Good morning students. In the last lecture we have already completed simple average profit method. So in this lecture we will move forward. We will do weighted average profit method first of all under the average profit method. So the formula of weighted average profit is total of weighted profit upon total of weights. How we can find out the goodwill? Weighted average profit that we have already calculated here, that we should multiply by number of years purchase. Earlier we are doing the same. Okay, here also. So I will take the example from your TS Garyal book, question number 13. In this question, calculate the goodwill of a firm on the basis of 3 years purchase. 3 years purchase, that means here with you have to multiply it with 3 to find out the goodwill of the weighted average profit of last 4 years, means 4 years they will give to find out the goodwill. The appropriate weights to be used and profits are, these are the profit and these are the weights. Okay, so 1,01,000 for the first year, 1,24,000, 1,40,000, and weights are 1, 2, 3, 4 respectively. Okay, so what are the past adjustment they have given? On 1st December 2016, that means this is related to the year 2016-17. Here you can understand they are considering the year from 1st April to 31st March, so this will be included in this year. On 1st December 2016, a major repair was made in respect of the plant incurring 30,000. The word is major repair, means there it should be a capital expenditure. If they will write the word only repair, that means that is the revenue expenditure, but it is a capital expenditure. Okay, major repair word they have written. So 30,000 major repair was done, which was charged to revenue. That means capital expenditure charged as revenue. So what are you doing in the past adjustment? You have to do according to that, means this is a capital expenditure charged as revenue, you have to add it in this year. Okay, but related to this the depreciation should be deducted. They said the said sum is agreed to be capitalized for goodwill calculation subject to adjustment of depreciation of 10% per annum on reducing balance method. Diminishing balance method they are using. So this depreciation we should deduct, but this amount we should add. Okay, for the next adjustment, the closing stock for the year was overvalued by 12,000. So overvaluation of closing stock, overvaluation of closing stock, what we are doing with this? We should deduct the overvaluation of closing stock. So 2015-16, the closing stock of 2015-16 we should deduct it, but for the year 2016-17, for the next year, this closing stock will be the opening stock. So in the next year, this overvaluation of opening stock we should add it. Okay, then to cover management cost, an annual charge of 24,000 should be made for the purpose of goodwill valuation. So this 24,000 we should deduct from all of the years, because they said annual charge, every year they have to give this amount for the management cost, so we have to deduct from all the years. In 2015-16, a machine having a book value of 10,000 was sold for 11,000. A machine book value 10,000 sold for 11,000, but the proceeds were wrongly credited to P&L account. So here they mention P&L account. Which type of expenditure we should write in this account? That is a revenue expenditure. So here it is a different question. This is a, earlier the capital expenditure charged as revenue, here the revenue expenditure charged as capital. So we should deduct this amount and depreciation should be added. Okay, so the depreciation they said 10% on reducing balance method. Okay, here also they have using the reducing balance method. So we will start the question. little bit I have completed. You have to do according to this. I have separated the add items and the less items. You can use according to your wish. You can merge this also. So first is on 1st December 2016, that means 16-17, major repair was 30,000. I have told you earlier also, capital expenditure charged as revenue, so we should add it in the year 2016-17. 30,000 major repair, we should add it. Okay, and regarding the depreciation, we should deduct it 10%. How we can calculate this depreciation? 30,000 into 10% into 4/12. I have used the months because they written the date on 1st December, 4/12, so depreciation will be 1000. Okay, so they have used the reducing balance method to calculate for the next year, because one more year is there. So we should deduct this amount from the cost. 30,000 minus 1000, that is 29,000 into 10%, 2900. This is for the next year, so we should deduct this depreciation here, 1000, 2900. Okay, for the next they said the closing stock for the year 2015-16 was overvalued by 12,000. So overvaluation of closing stock, we should deduct it in the 15-16. So 12,000 we should deduct, and this is the opening stock for the next year. So here we should add it, overvaluation of opening stock. Okay, here we should add it in the next year, overvaluation of opening stock. And for the next point, to cover management cost, an annual charge of 24,000 should be made for the purpose of goodwill valuation. So 24,000 annual charge, I have told you, you have to deduct from all the years. So 24,000, here also we should deduct this, okay, from all the years. And for the last point, they have said in 2015-16, machine having book value of 10,000 was sold for 11,000, but the proceeds were wrongly credited to P&L account. So this is a point of revenue expenditure charged as capital. Okay, so we have to rectify the same. No effect has been given to rectify the same. We have to rectify it. First of all, there is a 1,000 of profit. Okay, because 10,000 is the book value of the machine, they have sold for 11,000. Okay, but we can do in two ways. Either we should consider the 11,000 in the sale proceeds, and 1,000 we should add in the profit, because of normal there is a profit. Okay, but we can do here only sale of machine, 1,000 minus 1,000, deduction from here. So 10,000 we should record it here. Okay, so in the year 2015-16, 10,000. But one thing you have to notice, because I am not considering the depreciation here, because they haven't mentioned the date of the sale. Okay, they have not mentioned, so we are assuming it at the end of the year. So to calculate the depreciation, we should do cost of machine 10,000. So for the first year 10%, that is 1,000, we should deduct it from the cost. For the next year depreciation, that will be 9,000 into 10%, 900. And for the next year, because we are having 3 years after that, here we are writing 10,000. So we are having for this year, next year, and up to next year also. ठीक है, then 900, then from 9,000 we should deduct 900, 100 into 10%, that is 810. So here we should write 1000. Sorry, I am not considering this year's depreciation, I have told you. So 900 and 810. Okay, so after addition 1000, 1,10,000, 1,24,000, here the total will be 1,42,900, here 140810. After deducting it, it will be 77,000, it will be 78,000, then 1,17,900, 113,910. Okay, these are the adjusted profits. Okay, so now we have to multiply it with the weights. These profit you should write it here, 77,000, 78,000, then 1,17,900, 1,13,910. So here what we will do with the weights, we should multiply it. This profit we should multiply with this weight, that is 77,000, then 78,000 multiplied by 2, that will be 1,56,000, then it should be multiplied by 3, that is 3,53,700, then 1,13,910 multiplied by 4, 4,55,640. Okay, so after totaling it, it will be 10,42,340. Okay, so to calculate the average profit method, we should write down the formula every time. So it should be divided by the total of weights. So total of weights will be 10. So your average weighted profit will be 104,234. So this should be multiplied by the number of years. For the number of years they have given in the question, in the starting only I have told you 3 years purchase. So you have to multiply it by 3, then your goodwill will be 3,12,702. Okay, this this question I have solved for you. If any query, you can direct message me. So next move to the next topic, that is super profit method. Okay, for the super profit method, first of all you have to understand the formula. There are 4 steps in this method. First of all you have to find out the average profits. Average profit you know very well, that is total profit upon number of years. Okay, that you have already did. So second step will be normal profit. To calculate the normal profit, capital employed into normal rate of return upon 100. Then super profit, average profit minus normal profit. So first step minus second step, average profit minus normal profit. To calculate the goodwill, we should multiply this super profit into number of years purchase. Okay, so all of you can do easily, but the main thing is this: how you can calculate the capital employed if in the question it is not given. To understand it, you have to concentrate it properly. How you can calculate capital employed? We are having 2 approaches. First is asset approach, that you can use in most of the question, but you have to understand it thoroughly, because in the ratio analysis also chapter you have to calculate the capital employed. Okay, it is useful for you to concentrate it here. Okay, in the asset approach, total assets minus outside liabilities. Okay, as well as we have to deduct the fictitious assets also. In the liability approach, shareholders funds plus long term debt minus fictitious assets minus non-trade investments. We are having two approaches, one is asset approach and second is liability approach. We can calculate the capital employed by using assets or by using all the liabilities. Okay, so I have explained it here also. In shareholders fund, what are other things are included, that is equity, share capital, reserves and surplus. Okay, then long term loan, debentures, all the fictitious assets we should deduct, and non-trade investments. Okay, these you have to remind it properly. I will explain with the help of balance sheet also, that it will be more easy for you to understand, to learn. You know, the balance sheet are two sides, liability side and asset side. Liability side, first of all, it is a shareholders fund. Collectively we said shareholders fund. In this formula I have tell you na shareholders fund. So in the shareholders fund, these are there: share capital, reserves, all types of reserves. Okay, surplus, undistributed profit, profit and loss. What are the statement in the profit and loss? The profit that is included, that is we call surplus here. Okay, these things collectively we call the shareholders fund. And in the long term debt, what are there? Long term loans, debentures, these are the long term debt. I am taking most of the examples only. Okay, some more things we can consider in it, but in this chapter you can use only there are only these things. Okay, so these are the long term debt. So you have to add these to get the capital employed. We need the capital employed. By totaling of it we can get it. Or if we are having these assets, total assets is equal to the total liabilities. Okay, so if total liabilities are also there, we can deduct only current liabilities, then also we can get the capital employed. If total assets are there, then also we should deduct the current liabilities. Okay, or we can say outside liabilities, so we can get the capital employed. Total assets, when I am saying total asset, I am ignoring these two, fictitious assets and non-trade investments. Okay, so fixed assets plus current assets minus current liabilities is equal to capital employed, or we can say total assets minus outside liabilities. Here I am ignoring fictitious assets and non-trade investments. So you cannot consider these two in any of the method. If these are available in the question, you have to ignore it. You should not include to calculating the capital employed. Okay, you understand it? So one question I will solve for you, that is this question also I have taken from your book, question number 20 of T.S. Gariyal. Okay, in this question, capital of the firm of Sharma and Verma rupees 2 lakh and market rate of interest is 15%. This percentage is normal rate of return. Annual salary to partner is 12,000 each. The profits for the last 3 years were 60,000, 72,000 and 84,000. These are to calculate the average profit. Goodwill valued at 2 years purchase of the last 3 years. So this is the to multiplied. Okay, to calculate the goodwill. 3 years profit they have given. We have to use the super profit method. Okay, calculate the goodwill. So first of all we need to calculate the total profits. Total profits by adding it, that is 2,16,000. Average profit is equal to total profits divided by number of years. 2,16,000 divided by 3, 72,000. Okay, so average adjusted profits, here they have given the past adjustment because they said annual salary to partners. You need not to deduct from all the years. You firstly, because it's an annual salary, you have to deduct from the all of the years. Okay, so annual this average will also be the same, so directly you can deduct from the average profit. So 72,000, this is the salary of two partners, 12,000 each. So 72,000 minus 12,000 of Sharma, 12,000 of Verma. So your average adjusted profit will be 48,000. Okay. So this is your first step. Up to here you have find out the average profit. So this is the second step to find out the normal profit. To calculate the capital employed, they haven't written anything else other than the capital. They have given only the capital. So you have to consider this only for the capital employed. So 2 lakh into 15%, that is the normal rate of return, that will be 30,000. This is your normal profit. Super profit will be average profit minus normal profit, 48,000 minus 30,000, 18,000. So goodwill, 18,000 multiplied by 2 years purchase they have given. So your answer will be 36,000. Okay, understand? This is your super profit method. In some questions they have directly given the capital employed, in some questions you have to calculate it, in some questions they will give the past adjustment, you have to do according to this. In some questions they will give directly, no past adjustment are there. Okay, so you have to solve all the questions. If any problem, if any query is there, you can direct message me. Thank you.